Damn! Open my damn wallet, a butterfly flew out. The hell? Ridiculous. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast trips, expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get that bag quick. Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, gotta stop it. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast trips, expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get that bag quick. What? Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, I gotta stop it. Woke up broke as fuck, thinking about the money bags, wanna get the fast money on the daily task. Nothing in the fridge, so I'm thinking about the money heist. You get left, cause my pockets ain't looking right. Looking in my fridge, baking soda and a broke light. Just hold tight, the plan will mold right. Got that caper applied on rich neighbors. Might as well pray to Yahweh to Savior. Dumping on my belly, I'm hungry and ready. Fast for the cash like Michael Andretti. No matter what, I chase those bugs. My car don't got money, credit smudge. Jobs always bother me, gotta win the lottery. When I leave the country, please don't bother me. Hard time, my prize in the archives. Been in poverty for a long time. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast trips, expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get the bag quick. Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, gotta stop it. Yo, what the hell you dream of? Fast trips, expensive trips, don't gotta pay bills, gotta get the bag quick. What? Tired of having nothing in my pocket, spending money on stupid shit, I gotta stop it. Dollar per word, my learning curve. Fuck off, you lame birds, my trap is absurd. Pocket watcher got you plotting on the opposition. The only thing holding you back is prison. Getting fired from job, time is running out. Gotta pay the light bill, Con Ed bugging out. It's imperative, that's how I gotta live. I'm broke, don't even ask for a cig. Gotta borrow money to pay what I owe. Hurricane Sandy gave us a blow. After that, COVID swallowed the world whole. Couldn't go nowhere, stay in your home. Every day I paper chase, you know what I ate. For breakfast, success on my dinner plate. Delicious. When I gotta raise, here comes inflation. Fucking hate it, I'm losing my patience. 1 2 1 2. Yo. Pull up. Council Roundtable, episode 301. With the old fashioned rats, let y'all know what's happening. You already know the vibes. Yeah, buddy. Oh man. You already see the title, man. It's like, and you know, don't get me wrong. Like, Goldberg was my dude from before. You know what I'm saying? Like, around the time when he called him Bill Goldberg in WCW. And they was like, oh, we don't have to call him Bill Goldberg. Like, you know what I mean? Get the Bill part off and just call him Goldberg. I was rocking with him for that long. The infamous streak, him looking dominant. You're next. Spear, jackhammer. I was here for all that. I was even excited when he first came to WWE. Launched him right into a feud with this dude, The Rock. You know, I'm like, okay. And then, you know, of course, after that, nothing much really happened. You know, this dude ended up getting into beef with Triple H and the whole Evolution thing and the bounty that Batista collected by taking Goldberg out. You know the rest. I guess you could say he got a World Heavyweight Championship reign after that. Oh, during that, I should say. And then that's when it started taking a slow decline when it comes to this dude Goldbum. That's when Goldbum just happens to, I guess, become a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo. I just can't believe we're here. I can believe it because, you know,
it was spoken about from before. There was always those rumors that this dude's coming back to go up against Gunther, and it's like they saying it's to get Gunther over. How is this gonna get Gunther over? I don't get it. Please explain to me how this is gonna get Gunther over. This dude Goldberg, he looked like he looked like he was just because you know that whole entrance when he does the punches and the kicks and all that, amping everything up, amping the crowd up, the fireworks, the pyro, all that. After he did all of that, this dude was gassed. He was sweating all over the place. This dude was limping. Like when he did that kick, you could tell he had pulled a hamstring or something. Or he caught an instant cramp after he did that damn kick at the entrance. And he walked up them damn steps to get into the ring. It just looked crazy. Yeah, I'm here to celebrate with you, Gunther. Congratulations, Gunther. Notice we said Gunther, mad spit was flying all over the damn place. I'm like, is he drunk? Goldberg was drunk. I'm not gonna lie. You see this dude, Gunther. Gunther was like, when he got up in Gunther face and he was like, Atlanta. Extra emphasis on the tuh. Mad spit flying in this dude Gunther face. Oh man, it was like people saying that look, Goldberg is still over. He's still over or whatever. People's giving him a reaction because he came out. I'm like, let's really be real. They do that shit to almost every fucking body. You get a reaction. Oh, who the hell is that at my damn door? You gotta be kidding me. Give me 1 second, y'all. That's that bullshit. Okay, I'm back now. Blaze, what's going on? Black Star, what's going on, y'all? All right. Sorry about that. So yeah, this dude here. Now I guess he's supposed to be going up against this dude for the World Heavyweight Championship. What? Why does this dude always get a title shot? All this dude does is show up. Just because he's Goldberg, you show up, you get a title shot. This dude could barely fucking walk, son. This is so embarrassing. And this supposed to be competing against All In? Pause. This supposed to be oh man. This is what I was talking about from before when WWE was relying on these old legends, these old timers and shit. When are y'all gonna learn? Y'all need to start building new stars. What is this dude Gunther supposed to do with this dude? Let's really be real. Because we all know Gunther, he has a real aggressive style. What is he supposed to do with this dude Goldberg? All jokes aside, this dude could barely walk, let alone run. He's definitely not doing a jackhammer pause. Can he still do a spear? Remember, this dude got neck problems and all that. What are we doing here? And they put the damn championship on the damn line. Why? So this is why Jey Uso lost the belt in the first place. Jey Uso lost the belt so this dude could go up against Goldbum, and it didn't even need the belt. Gunther could have been on this type of time. He could have cut a promo without the belt, without him being champion, and said, look, I'm tired of you coming around here. I'm going to put you away for good. I'm tired of you desecrating my ring with your decrepit body. It's time for you to get up out of here. You know, something like that. And then get him out of here. Yo, I swear to God, especially Saturday night's main event is supposed to be in Atlanta, I would not be surprised if they pull the trigger on Goldberg. I swear I won't be surprised. If there was to give this dude like a happy ending, his last match, you see the merch, the last ride pause, all this other extra shit, I swear to God I would not be surprised if they was to give him the belt. And maybe after that, after he beats Gunther for the championship, that's where you have Seth Rollins cash in, have like this dude Braun Breaker catch him with a spear. Have Braun Breaker catch him with a spear and have this dude Seth Rollins pin him. What does that leave Gunther? To tell you the truth, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't give a fuck. Gunther has been booked to oblivion, B. Like 2-time world champion and all. The aura is just not the same. It don't hit the same with Gunther, B. It don't. Him without Imperium by his side, the aura is not the same. It's not. I don't know why they did what they did. Now, granted, Ludwig Kaiser and this dude, Giovanni Vici, whatever his name is, they went through their issues or whatever, and they sent Vinci to SmackDown. They could have replaced Vinci with somebody else easy. It was just, man. He just don't hit the same. Gunther's not the same. But then him struggling against Pat McAfee. If he struggles against Goldbum, I'm done. I'll be so done. I'll be like, you know what? Gunther's officially buried. I don't give a fuck. He could have all the belts in the fucking company. You struggled against 60-year-old Goldberg. I will never take you serious again. Ever. And it sucks because it's not Gunther's fault. This is how he's booked. See what the chat got going on. Like so said, there's going to be an ultimate shit show in July. Hell yeah, B. I promise you, if I could, I would throw tomatoes. Is that tomato or a glass of Kool-Aid? The fuck is that? Oh, that's tomatoes. Yeah. I pretty much agree. It's like, come on, my dude. And the main thing is that he always gets a title shot. Why does every time he's involved with something that's elite, it has to be a championship match? Why? Telling you, I won't be surprised if they pull the trigger and they have this dude win, B, and then, have Seth Rollins come in and cash in on Goldberg. I won't be surprised to do some goofy shit like that. According to Fightful, Kaylee Armstrong, the WWE ID wrestler, is viewed by WWE as a potential Mania main eventer. You have to see this woman wrestle. I think she will be at Evolution. Watch this woman. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for her. Die joking. There's a ton of questionable things in wrestling. The more I think, the more I get upset. I'm too young for this. Goldberg about to win in 6 seconds. Spear 1, 2, 3 to end. That's probably all he got left. If that, because remember, he can't even run. So I'm thinking, okay, if he can't run, he can't do, the basic shit that we know him for. Why are we doing this? To combat against AEW? This is the best y'all got to go up against AEW? AEW is going to cook that. They better cook that weekend. What they got going on. How you going to try to go up against that with fucking 60-year-old Goldberg? And I don't want to hear, he's like 56. I'm running the numbers up. The motherfucker's 60. Especially when it comes to wrestling years. You got human years, you got wrestler years. And speaking of wrestling years, that's awesome that he's still with us, given what all the crazy shit he's been through, because wrestlers normally don't even live that long. So that's a blessing. Other than that, move the fuck around. Ain't nobody here for no punk ass Goldbum. Like this dude, can he even take a Gunther chop? This dude might catch a heart attack off that shit. Gunther's he's gonna have to take it easy on Goldbum. There's no way he can be physical with him. There's no way. It's not gonna work. Oh man. Y'all heard about Jade Cargill? She about to be in a movie with this dude Jonathan Majors. Ballet with the blick on the hip. What to do though, ballet? Oh yeah, also, you already see it's Taco Tuesday, so make sure you check out that Munchies, B. You know what I'm saying? My lady made some homemade Mexican pizza and Spanish rice. Good eats. Yeah, man, he had the same aura of ballet. And it pains me to say, because y'all know I love Gunther, but this ain't it. I know he's a 2-time world heavyweight champion, but it's like, all right, for instance, let's rewind back to when the road to WrestleMania started. And this dude was just struggling. He was struggling against the Alpha Babes. And he was getting slapped all over the damn place by this dude, Jimmy Uso. Now, granted, this dude had Jey Uso handcuffed while he was choking out Jimmy Uso. But I wanted more. This dude said he was going to give Jey Uso, 4 weeks, 5 weeks of hell. And that's all the hell you got? Oh, you beat up his twin brother. How much time you done did that? That ain't nothing crazy. Like, I'm not saying he shouldn't have did it. Yeah, definitely. Wash him up. But it should have been other shit too. Rikishi talking all that shit. You should have fucking pulled them, but like, you know what? Why don't you beat me up so I can help get my son over? You always want to bitch and whine and moan and complain about people who got things against your family, which is fucking funny, really fucking ridiculous. You should have been like, you know what? I'm going to pull the WWE and I'm going to get involved in this damn storyline to get my son over on the road to WrestleMania. Add something, a little more spice. You know what I'm saying? No, but you want to sit, what the fuck you saying that in your podcast and bitch and moan? I think it would have been perfect. This dude Gunther just laying out his family one by one. This dude Jey Uso was bringing around his son, right? Jey Uso was bringing around his son. He could have Gunther talking shit to his son, scaring his son, whatever. Have a segment like, oh, his son telling me, yo, dad, I want to go get something to eat or whatever. Like, all right, Junior, whatever his son name is. While he's walking down the aisle somewhere, he bump into Gunther. Gunther intimidates the little man. Shit like that. Then have his son go run back to Jey Uso, like, yo, I seen Gunther. Gunther said this and that. You know what I'm saying? You could do so much more with that shit. I know I'm going on a tangent, but you know y'all already know what it is. Oh, Tony D. He's on NXT right now. Tony D, my guy, Tony D, eh? Tony D with the ragu. Black Sauce said, I think that crowd will be burned out by the time Goldberg and Gunther get to the ring. That's what they are hoping for, I think. Oh, most of us already know. Once that bell goes ring, that's it. You know what I mean? On paper, seeing Goldberg on Saturday Night's main event, you know, the pyro and the theatrics and all that, the entrance, whatever. But after that, then what? Realistically, all Gunther gotta do is chop Goldberg one time. His head will fly to the fucking roof. Oh, you saw that Mexican pizza? Yeah, my lady had made that. Homemade. It was awesome. Muy delicioso. She got all that. She got the blick close to her hip. Don't forget about the switch. I see you, my dude. Wagwan, my youth.
What's up, man? Yeah, as you can tell, I'm at work. Like I said, that's why I wrote. Damn it, I'm at work.
I just seen it just now. Well, I
Yeah.
appreciate you pulling up and chopping it up with us while you at work.
All
That's
I
what's
was
up.
gonna say was, Rikishi. His only real issue is that he's over dadding since he wasn't there for his kids back in the day.
Yeah,
So
granted. That's
he's
what I
over
was saying.
dadding.
Like, if that's the case, he definitely should have got himself involved with Jay's road to WrestleMania.
And as far as the other thing go, I wrote the other thing down because I had just started reading up on it. I was like, I totally spaced out that Double J. He basically buried Monty Brown.
But wait, hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back to the this dude Rikishi. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm cooking a little bit with this whole Gunther Jey Uso. It's like, what's your thoughts on this whole situation? It's like this dude, um, Rikishi complained or whatever because Jey Uso had lost to Gunther. And it's like as soon as this dude complained, here comes Jey Uso up in the King of the Ring tournament.
Well,
Do you think that's genuine, or you think these motherfuckers they still in damage control mode, given the fact that they did that shit with all truth, so they feel like, oh, if we do it for all truth, we should do it for Jey Uso also.
well, they're always in debt. They feel indebted to the Anoa'i family anyway. Anoa'i family. They're always going to be that way. But I'm like, as far as he was complaining about his title reign, I'm like, Rey Mysterio had it for like a day. So, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, like yeah,
Randy Orton,
everybody debunked
Randy
that
Orton had
shit.
it for like 20 days when he first got it, when he was the youngest champion.
Yeah,
So it's
everybody
not
debunked
unheard
that
of.
shit.
It's
Yeah,
not unheard of, is all I'm saying. Is like, you think, it's like, yeah, he didn't have a long reign, but remember when they were hot potato in the title? Some people only got it for like 5 minutes. So I don't know what he's whining about.
I think it's greed.
Of course it's greed. But also, like I said, I think that he's over dadding because you don't hear him saying nothing about Jimmy. He has
Right,
two sons.
right. Remember when Solo was the tribal chief? He didn't say nothing about Solo.
And
Like
he
this
kind of, only
motherfucker's a
time I
damn
remember.
tribal. Hold on. Like
Okay.
this dude's a whole tribal chief, and he don't even deserve to be the tribal chief because he always kept losing. Like, but you had nothing to say about that. You always
Well,
complaining. You always talking about Jay Uso this, Jay Uso that. It's like I guess he's the baby. He's the youngest out of all of them, right? Or is it Solo? Who's the youngest?
I think Solo the youngest, but
Oh,
I
Solo.
know that
Okay.
it's like he don't do that for Jimmy. He don't say nothing, and they ain't been doing squat with Jimmy. So I don't know if you're gonna have that energy, have it for both of your boys, I guess.
Yeah, it just comes off as bogus.
Yeah, it comes off bogus, and it also
Because I
you're playing
think,
favorites.
yeah, and I think his title reign was fair. I'm not gonna sit there and say it was good or it was complete trash. I wouldn't even sit there and say it's mid. I think it was fair. It was okay. I really think people was just doing the most when it came to Jey Uso's title reign.
Well, that and they also gloss over the fact that I'm like, dude, you get like a 5 minute entrance. That's 5 minutes of TV time you get. There's people sitting in the locker room. They don't even get an entrance. If they do
But
have a match, they're already in the ring.
and it's not only that, like he gets the crowd pumped. Like half the time, the crowd will just be sitting there dead. He like this dude Jey Uso will come through and get the crowd pumped. Like you wake the crowd up.
Yeah,
Like I was there. I was there for a couple of Yeats pause.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like
My
the show
cousin was
would be
there.
dead. And yeah,
My,
exactly. The show would be dead. And when this dude come through and we do, you know what I'm saying? People get pumped. Okay, bringing some life to the damn show. Now, granted, they did drill that shit in the fucking ground. That's WWE. That's what they do. When something works, they just like to just OD
Run it into
with
the
it.
ground.
Right. But other
I'm
than that,
surprised.
he was having shit pumped.
I'm surprised that What's Up still works.
Oh God, right, right.
I'm not dissing it. Don't get me wrong. I've always liked What's Up. I'm just like I'm
I'm dissing it.
surprised. I'm surprised
Yeah.
that it still gets a pop.
Man, he better
But
not
you
come
know
out
what?
that shit on fucking Friday. I know that.
I know one thing though, like that's funny. Jim Cornette made an excellent point about R-Truth's about Ron Killings. He said, so you watch all these kids sitting up here diving and damn near killing themselves, and all he did was cut his hair to get a holy shit chant. He's like, that's called being over. That's called professional. That's how you do it.
That's what Cornette has said.
Yeah.
Yeah, because not only Cornette, but I also been saying that shit too. It's like, yo, y'all over here killing yourselves and doing all these power drivers at the top of the cage maneuvers. It's really not that serious. If you're gonna do a move like that, have a story behind it.
And
Except what this
you
dude R
save that
Truth
stuff.
did. There's a story with R Truth when it comes to him cutting his dreads. Like he's shedding his old character. Like, we all know him for his dreads. So this right here, I think he's gonna like excel being Ron Killings. He's gonna be like a different Ron Killings.
He'll probably be TNA Ron Killings, which if you don't
No,
know,
not
he
even
cut
that.
some of the best promos in the business
Not
back
even
in the day.
that. Like I think because if I think he's gonna be like TNA version of Ron Killings, he would have he would have still kept his hair.
Yeah, but I mean, like when he talked, everything he said was lit, and I don't
Yeah,
mean like everything. That promo he did with Ricky Steamboat, lit, and he did
yeah,
all that off of talking. He didn't even have to do a lot.
you're right. Make people give a fuck.
Yeah,
That's what I've been preaching on the show ever since the inception of this show. And don't get me wrong, I love good matches. I really
so do
do.
I.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, for instance, not every single match on a card gotta have a story. I understand that. But
Yeah,
like out of 8 matches, you gotta give me like 5 stories.
yep.
You have to.
5 stories. Also, it's like, and yeah, not every match has to have a story to it, but the matches that don't have a story could lead up to getting a story, depending on the outcome of the match.
Right. I
It
totally
could be
agree.
anything. Like there was a good match between Jay and Mark Briscoe on Ring of Honor. You know what the story of that match was? His father was like, "Look, they're brothers. Sometimes brothers gonna fight. We gonna have them get it out their damn system." That
Right.
was the whole thing. Was that Mark and Jay were just getting annoyed with each other, so they just had to have it out. That was it.
Right.
Fight on the farm, and it worked.
Ballet
And they didn't
saying
even have to
what's up
do a lot
here.
of crazy stuff. You don't have to like the crazy stuff. I like it, but I only like it if it's not overly done and out of nowhere.
Black Salsa, what's up to you?
Oh man, much love, much love.
Yeah, everybody saying what's up and all that.
Yeah, I can't read it because, like I said, I'm sneaking around right now because I
You
wanted to
good?
chop it up.
No, you
But
good. That's what I'm letting you know. It's all good.
yeah, but no, that's all I was saying. Like you said, good stories and whatnot. But
Yeah.
the whole like this is awesome and holy shit. That's only good, but I remember going crazy for matches when it was like I knew the story behind it. I like when Brett and Owen when they finally had their big match on the in the cage. That's why it was holy shit.
Yeah, because like, see, the thing about the Brett Owens shit. That shit was brewing ever since, like, like they
King of
was
the Ring,
had
no, not
jealousy.
King of the Ring, Survivor Series. It was brewing since Survivor Series.
Even before then, remember, even before then, it was brewing. It
Yeah,
was a slow burn with that.
yeah. Remember the Shawn Michaels Knights versus the Hart family?
Of course,
Yeah,
because
all of that.
this
That
dude, remember, Lola had got hurt, so Shawn
yeah,
Michaels had to fill in for him.
it was brilliantly done. And that's what it is. It's like you said, not every match has to have a story. Like the cruiserweights in WCW barely ever had stories, but they had
Right.
great matches. But
And
they'd slide
you know
in little
what?
story
And
pieces.
speaking of that, you just reminded me. And speaking of that, like when I think SmackDown should do shit like that, right? You remember how WCW and shit they used to start off with the cruiserweights, like maybe like one match,
Yeah,
sometimes two. They'll start off the show with that,
that's how I
like
found out about Ultimo Dragon.
right. I think SmackDown should do that. Like SmackDown should start off with a tag team match because I think right now SmackDown is known for their tag teams. I think their tag team division is it's starting to flourish,
Mhm.
and
They
I think that's
could.
what they start off with and on SmackDown.
They
Take
also they need to let the head of the vice president of creative do more of the writing because apparently I didn't know this, but the guy that was doing all the writing, well, the creative guy on SmackDown,
mhm.
he's held back a lot, but he used to be the head writer for NXT Black and Gold. All the stuff Triple H they
Yeah,
said was his
Ryan
idea.
Ward. Ryan
Yeah,
Ward. Hmm.
yeah, the black dude.
Yeah, Ryan
Yeah,
Ward. Yeah.
and if they just need to let
And
his pen flourish a little bit more.
remember, Ryan Ward, he was writing around the time with the what's it the Fabulous Six?
Yeah,
Remember when they went through that whole reset, the whole company reset, and you had Dean Ambrose as the WWE champion, and he was beefing with AJ Styles and shit. Like SmackDown had like a real fresh roster.
yeah, that's when he at first became head of like vice president of
Right,
creative.
right.
But he had wrote all the NXT Black and Gold stuff that put them on the map.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that's what happened when he came to the main. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Where the hell you? It sounds like you at a fiesta or something. It's
I
Taco
work in
Tuesday over there.
I work in a restaurant.
Taco Tuesday. Hey, what's your
Nah, nah. I
what's your
work in a
favorite dish
restaurant. And
over
I'm in the
there?
West Coast.
What's your
Very
favorite
ethnic
dish?
groups.
What's your favorite dish over there?
Man, I just have my burgers and I be having my chicken tenders. But they be making up stuff in the morning. Like the Mexicans, they be cooking it up in here. I done showed
It's
a couple
definitely
of dishes.
Taco Tuesday there. You in the Mexicano restaurante?
We done had papusa, everything.
Oh man, my dude said he had papoose. That's what I'm talking about, B.
But speaking of which, I ain't mean to interrupt. I got to get back out here and get back on the
Nah,
job.
you good. You good.
All right, y'all have a good one. Much love, everybody.
I appreciate you for pulling up, man.
All right, late.
All right. Anubis on the check-in. Yeah, man. Taco Tuesday. Yeah, Los Guards are there in AAA. Are seated as tag team champions. So, okay. Because I was about to say, I figured that they had won the tag team championships and they were staying on the main roster. So if they went there completely, I'm all for that. And you already know that's what I've been saying from before also. You don't have to be firing motherfuckers. Send them somewhere else. Like Omas. Like, yeah, I was saying fire him from before. But I think they should send Omas to TNA. There's a few people that can send to TNA and spice up that roster. But I think Omos should be the main one. Because I don't think anybody like Omos was in TNA. They need that, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. Who the fuck is this guy? Yeah, Ballet moved him around. You can easily do that. Toph.
Yo,
All right, what's going on, buddy?
just tired. What's going on?
Shit, you ain't never lied. Me too. I'm glad we got that little break on Thursday. Got that day off on Thursday. I don't know if you work or not, but
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Juneteenth.
Yeah, Orange Man saying he doesn't recognize it. I'm like, dude, who gives a shit? Nobody asked your opinion.
That motherfucker don't recognize a damn thing, like toilet paper. Fuck him. So yeah, B, you see the titles of the video. Goldberg got a few things
you mean
going on.
Goldbum?
Of course. Private Party might be going to WWE. Where you want to start?
Yeah, I think that's a mistake for them. They should go to TNA. I think they'll be a better fit there.
I agree. I said, okay. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, they don't have characters. That's what they lack. Like yeah, they were hold pretty bad, with what happened in AEW. They're great wrestlers, but they lack that character to really like get to the next level, and
You know what I would do with Private Party? I got you right now. You know what I would do with them? I'll click them up with Bummy Dollar in them.
okay. Yeah. That could work.
I'll cook them up with First Class. I have First Class like a whole stable with Bummy Dollar leading, like, what I mean? What's the other dude with him? Casey
I know.
Navarro.
Yeah.
I have all them clicked up. First Class. Bam, there you go.
Yeah, they need a manager, like Billy Gunn really, like when the Acclaimed was still a thing, Billy Gunn really helped them. Like he really added, to the package. Pause. He gave them like presents and stuff. Jay White, even though he wasn't like a manager, his presence helped the Gun Club. When they were kind of making their first appearances, they were just missing something. Some teams, I'm not trying to insult them. Some teams like they just got it. Like they don't. Some teams don't need managers. They don't need a third person. Like they're just fine as they are. And then other teams, it's like, yeah, like they're just not going to do it on their own. They're missing something.
I think what they
that,
need. I think what they need like a real sexy blonde.
a blonde, buy a blonde.
I think it'll match. I think it'll match their who they are. I really do think like
right.
All right, it's like a female similar to how Major Guns was.
Yeah. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like top flight, those top flight dudes in AW. Like every time I see them, like they got the Layla Gray chick. Like she's pretty hot.
Right.
Like she's a great addition to them. But just like
they be dressed like pilots and shit, right?
Yeah. Like
okay.
Like it's a cool gimmick and shit, but like just like Private Party, they lack a character to really kind of sink your teeth into. So because they lack that character, I don't really see them like getting any higher on the card. So I can't really be.
I thought you meant these dudes Billy Gunn's sons. That's what I was saying.
No, that's the Gun Club.
The Gun Club, yeah. I thought you were saying. I was saying like when it comes to the Gun Club, they should have like a blonde with them, like with like Major Guns type blonde with them. I think that'll fit their character.
Right.
Now, when it comes to these dudes, Private Party, they should go with First Class. I think Private Party and First Class, that'll be a great stable for them to link. You know what I'm saying? They can link up. I can see that happening if they was to go to TNA, going for what you had said.
Yeah, I don't think WWE is going to be. I mean, their tag division needs to help, sure, but like I said, WWE is more character driven. You got to be able to cut promos and shit, and they're not really known for doing that. So, I mean, I wouldn't do it if I was them, but I mean, it's their career, it's their life. They're probably looking at the money. So,
right. TKO, what do you do though?
Yo, what's up?
If Private Party goes to the main roster,
Yep,
they will be pretty bummy status,
yep,
disappeared and
yep.
forgotten.
Pretty
I agree.
much. Pretty
Yeah,
much, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm here
they
for.
were.
Toast idea. Having them go to TNA, I can see that happening.
hmm I mean, that's
Speaking
what
of,
you got to do sometimes. If you really want to get the push, you got to go to the smaller promotion, prove yourself. It makes you more likely to get the big push when you go to a bigger promotion. You go to TNA, hold that shit down in the X division, hold that shit down in the tag division for like a year, year and a half, 2 years. Guarantee you, if you go to WWE, you're going to be tag champions within 6 months. That's how it is. You know, totally.
right.
Nate Dogg.
Oh my god, man! The Yankees can't score a fucking run. I seen Virgin score more than them. Jesus.
Uh,
The only run they can get is a pair of pantyhose, man. That's how bad they are. 29 innings, they haven't scored a run. Jesus.
Or they run into the toilet.
Oh, that too.
They want cuckoo.
Oh
Was goody though.
my god. Are they really putting fucking
Yes.
Goldberg's
Yes.
match up
Yes.
against AEW? Get the hell out of
Yeah.
here.
World Heavyweight Championship on the line.
Well,
World
you know
Heavyweight
Goldberg's
Championship
gonna
on a
win.
bumper clock line. Yes.
You know Goldberg's gonna win, and Rollins gonna cash in on his old ass. So
That's
there
what
we
I was
go.
saying. Oh, y'all literally did the same thing at the cold open.
That's
I would
it.
not be surprised if they do that.
Some people are
bro.
saying they'll do that just to take away the headlines from AEW. Like,
Exactly.
and
And
some
I
fans
said
are
it,
like,
bro. And then I said, bro, I literally was talking about it in the chat. I'm like, there is not a damn thing WWE can do that's gonna get people's attention off of AEW, especially, and it's only just 3 matches on the All In card.
yeah.
You serious? That's it?
Well, no,
Right
not
now,
more.
No,
right,
there's more
they're
than
gonna
three
have
matches.
more. Right
Yeah,
now,
what he's
they're going to
basically
add more
saying is,
matches, but the thing about it is the 3 matches that are there are the 3 main matches that people want to see. I mean,
Exactly.
Right.
Mercedes versus Tony, Hangman versus Mox, Okada versus Omega. You
yeah, I
telling
was
me
talking to,
you telling me WWE could do something with Saturday night's main event and Evolution that's going to top that? No.
yeah, I was talking with Nate about it earlier. Like, I actually think they're hurting themselves when they're hurting AEW because when
Yeah.
you have like 3 shows because they got the NXT show I think the day before. When you have like 3 shows right next to each other within like a 42-hour period, like you're actually burying your own headlines. No one's gonna be like the Evolution thing. That's a big deal. This is the second ever like all women's pay-per-view. A show like that should have like space to breathe. Nothing should be near that. That's going to get buried. No one's going to talk about that like in a fucking
So
month or
Evolution's
two.
gonna be in the same weekend?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep. It's
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
the day.
fucking
They're
believable.
basically
It's
putting
going to
them
be
in a
the day
position.
after.
Yeah,
It's going to be the day after Saturday night's main event. So
yeah.
ain't no.
They're putting them in a position to fail, and I actually think they're doing that shit on purpose because Mickey James, when she was still with WWE, she tried to do a second Evolution show. She was pushing for it for like 2-3 years, and she was told by one of those suit guys, I think his name was like Mark Carano or something.
Yeah.
Oh
She was
yeah.
told like, yeah, she was told like, we're not doing it because you guys don't make any money or something along those lines. So I feel like they're putting them in a position to fail because okay, so if it's going to be around the same weekend as All In, like let's be realistic here. You got Saturday Night Main Event, you got AEW All In, you got the NXT show, and you got Evolution. Like with today's economy and the tariffs and bullshit, the fans who can afford to go out and travel, they're forced to just pick a show. Most people are going to pick either AEW All In or they're going to pick Saturday Night Main Event, one of those two. The NXT thing is going to be a little more niche because it's NXT, and Evolution is going to be more niche because it's a gimmick, it's an all women's thing. So I feel like if the show doesn't have good ticket prices, if it's like relatively low, or if it has like low viewership, it's going to be because not because there's a lack of interest, it's because fans are going to have to make a choice. Like, okay, you're giving me like four shows to pick from. I'm just going to pick one or two because most people they have lives, they got jobs, and they may be married, they may have kids and shit. They're not going to just sit down and like watch all the shows. So I feel like they're putting the girls in a position to fail. I'd be pissed off if I was them. They're getting buried, But That's
The
just how I
only
look at it.
good thing is I think it was All In. I think it's at 2:00 or 3:00, so it won't run into that Saturday Night Main
It
event. It'll
doesn't.
be right after. But other
It
than that,
it doesn't matter what time it is. I'm telling you, All In is going to eclipse all of that shit.
yeah,
Right, right,
yeah,
right. Because for All In, because this is their WrestleMania, right? And this isn't just a wrestling thing. This is like entertaining thing, like for sports and shit. And then you guys know what
Right.
I'm talking about, like like for the Super Bowl or like the playoffs or whatever, or like even for WrestleMania, like for those really, really, really big shows. Most people like they pregame that shit. They go to the store. They get whatever food, beverages they're gonna get for the day. They start cooking early. They're not paying
Right.
attention to anything else. They're getting their shit ready for the big show. They're going to invite their friends and family over. They're not focusing on anything else. Like a lot of people do that for WrestleMania or Royal Rumble or SummerSlam, where like they're tuning out everything else. They're just getting ready for the big show. AEW
Right.
All In, and like it's the very same thing. People are going to be doing that for AEW All In. A lot of people just going to be, doing the same shit. They're going to be barbecuing,
Right.
getting their beer.
Black
They're
Star.
not
Right.
paying.
I
They're not
heard. I
paying
heard.
attention.
WWE is interested in bringing Athena back. Of course
Oh,
they are.
oh
of course.
God. Oh God. Of course they are. Athena about to hit 1,000 days with that ROH title. Now they care about her. They
She might
brought.
as well take it to WWE with her.
Yeah.
No, damn, nah, damn that. They nah, we talked about this before. This is like the second time they fired her. If I was her, I'd be like, fuck you.
Right.
I
Yo,
feel
show
you.
up on that Evolution paper with the title "Viewer Distortion." Video distortion.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
I
won't
would,
be mad at that. I won't be mad
I
at
would
that.
act, oh my God, I would that would be amazing.
I mean, you really think Trips is gonna book a black chick any good? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Look
She's
Well,
what
there.
he's.
I
No,
ain't gonna lie. He actually likes black women. The
Dudes.
black guys. That's
Yeah,
a
you can't
singles
handle
wrestler.
you
Like
I
can't
he'll
handle
mean,
book
that
a
big
chat.
cock.
I mean, she's doing, right, right,
That's
man.
the issue.
Yeah.
Shit.
So technically, it will be Evolution against Beyonce, which is screaming pure death.
Oh, jeez.
Oh Lord, they definitely not getting airtime if that's the
Oh,
case.
wow.
Right.
Yeah, because
God.
That's what I'm saying. They're they're being
Mercedes
put in a
Renee be
position
calling
to
herself
fail.
the Beyonce of wrestling.
They're gonna have green screen fans, fucking
That's
fake
her
fans
new
in the
thing.
crowd.
Oh,
Jesus.
Mercedes has already
And
got
why
a.
they building this feud on them? Like, why they keep teasing this HLA when it comes to Mercedes Renee and
I
Oh,
mean,
Tony
that's
jeez.
Storm?
Tony's character,
Because
bro.
it's
She does that with
Tony's
everybody.
character. She does that
Yeah.
Yeah, she
with
does it with
everybody.
everybody. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's all
Um,
about food and sex. What they
And the
build.
only question is Mercedes cool with it? I mean, if she is cool,
Mm.
I think she is cool with it.
Yeah.
the real question is Beast Morto's cool with it. Apparently they're dating.
Man,
So
Oh,
Beast
geez.
Mortos is having a hell of a time.
Mm.
Oh man.
Mercedes Monet and Beast Mortos, man, that's never thought I'd see the day.
I guess that's what Booker T meant about bestiality sex.
Oh, jeez.
Oh God.
I mean Kurt Angle, excuse me. You know what I meant.
Kurt Angle. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Kurt.
I
I'm,
just think the whole thing is just dumb. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe they're just not thinking it through. Like, there's no one, and I say this with all respect to NXT. There's no, like, what is this really doing? Like, nobody that watches NXT is gonna be like, you know, they're just gonna drop AEW and watch whatever the NXT show is. It's like, no,
wait, what?
like, it's just
So wait, hold on. Does All In come on Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, like
Yo, you know what?
2:00, 3:00. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
early.
We might have to. We might have to go live for that though. I'm not gonna hold you.
Go for it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing they gotta do is they need to.
updated. I'll keep you posted when it comes to that.
The only thing they got to do is they need to stop fucking around and set up this Max shit. Like for live pay-per-views, they still haven't done that yet, and that's not their
Yeah.
fault. That's like on the people over at Max or something.
Well, don't you think it should be a little bit on Tony Khan also? Like, shouldn't he be trying to speeding up the process? Because it's like all this $60 pay-per-view shit. Look, motherfuckers is broke nowadays, B. I don't know what you got going on. All of us ain't billionaires. We don't wipe
Right.
our ass with $20 bills.
Yeah.
Right.
I showed a homeless guy my check. He gave me a spare change. He felt bad for me.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck?
Right, we in that times right now.
That homeless dude told me keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. Here's a chicken wing, fool.
Man,
Wait, what the hell? When did Noam Dar get the Heritage Cup back?
he lost it. I thought he always had it. What did he
What?
lose it?
Did he? I haven't been keeping up with NXT like that, so I wouldn't know.
That guy is dog shit. Why does he still have a job? He's one of the worst wrestlers I've ever seen.
I completely forgot about him. Honestly, I did not.
He had that shit since Metaphor.
I know he lost it to Tony D, but I haven't kept up with it since then. So
Hey, Tony D, don't be up for no. Get the ragu.
I haven't been keeping up with NXT like that. I just turned to it. They got Mariah May on signing her contract now, so
that's when they lost me completely. Like when they blew up NXT and it was 2.0. I remember I watched like one segment of the Tony D dude, and he was like at the docks talking in the Italian accent. And I remember I sent the link to Nate, and I was like, man, somebody in creative was fucking binge watching The Sopranos and was like, hey, I got an idea. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I like Tony D though. Pause.
But the thing about it is, well, they got Mariah May now. Her new name is Blake Monroe. For those that don't know,
Yeah, they was clowning that shit. I'm like, what's wrong with that name? That name don't sound bad.
The porn actress, I guess, too.
the
It's like a
fact is,
mixture between Marilyn Monroe and somebody else.
no,
Her daughter
Blake,
or somebody
Blake
in
is
her family, Blake.
yeah,
Yeah.
Blake is the name of her niece. That's
Niece,
when she named.
niece. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where she got the name from. But yeah,
Yeah,
I guess it
don't bother me.
I guess people were just expecting her to keep the Mariah name. I mean,
Motherfuckers just want a bitch. Let's really be real.
Exactly.
I mean, Mariah Monroe would have been cool too.
Ooh, I like that. Mariah Monroe. That would have sounded better. That really would have sounded better. It would have. Mariah
But the fans would have said, "Oh, she's not original. She kept Mariah. She should have changed it."
Right,
That's about anything.
For that.
Yeah,
right.
That's about anything. You fucking
right, man.
Oh my god,
she wore such a slut.
She wore purple lipstick instead of red. What a whore!
Nah, bro. You know what's fun? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about that? They actually believe that Mariah May copied the blonde hair from what's her name, Mandy Rose. Jesus Christ. I remember that shit. Like, good lord.
If anything, I thought she was trying to copy off Tony Storm or something, like a twin.
She did.
What's going on?
Yeah,
what's going on?
That's what I was thinking. Whatever.
She did, but that was just part of a gimmick. That was only temporary. Yeah. But still,
no, I know.
The problem with WWE is like anytime you're a blonde, they do the inevitable. Oh, I was so inspired by Charlotte bullshit. Like the fuck out of here.
As if Charlotte Flair's the one that invented blonde hair. Good lord.
Right.
Yeah. They think Charlotte Flair invented every fucking thing.
Yeah, pancake ass. That's what she invented.
Maybe I like she shit diamonds.
I blame. You know what? No, man. You know what? I blame Vince McMahon. He over pushed Charlotte and shoved her down our throats so much that motherfuckers are actually believing this shit. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. What they say, repetition is the mother of memory.
They did the same. They did. Yeah, they did this shit with John Cena too. Now motherfuckers really think he's the GOAT. Like, no.
Yo, I shot that shit down like Duck Hunt. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Go. If anything, he's the real Undertaker. All the careers he buried.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, ballet, baggy ass thong Charlotte. The fuck out of here.
Baggy ass, yeah.
That bitch panties is like a tank top. The fuck out of here.
Man, I'm sure she can get it. I'm sure she can get it in a dark room. Give her some credit.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
blind squirrel gets a nut once in a while.
I mean, ask Andrade. Ask Andrade how that shit was.
Hope you don't spontaneously combust because like it's like her body's made out of wood and plastic.
Oh god.
Anyways.
Dude, I thought Goldberg was gonna catch a heart attack when I saw that clip. It was him sweating. Holy shit!
Bro, I was talking to Toph about this, bro. You were right. That dude Goldberg was struggling. Like what?
He was limping to the ring. I'm like, yo, what is? Yo, I really started laughing. I'm like, yo, this is fucking crazy.
I was telling John I'm concerned for different reasons. I'm concerned that Kenny and Okada are going to kill themselves, but I'm also concerned that Goldberg's going to die.
The motherfuckers they're going to be in the same hospital, all three of them.
Gunther should have said you should have dropped the G and call yourself Oldberg. You should have said that to him. Oldberg. Jesus.
Cause you was spitting all on this dude, Gunther. You ain't seen this dude was spitting all over the damn place.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, Gunther was like, what the fuck? Like, oh hell nah.
You know how like you play. You know how like you play Pac-Man. You know when the ghost gets you, Pac-Man just like fucking eviscerates and shit. Like that's what's gonna happen when Gunther slaps him. Like I don't even see him take.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can he at least take a chop?
I don't even know.
Can Goldberg take a chop from this guy?
Or broken ribs.
He's gonna have to really work delicate with this old man.
I got a better question. Can this dude hit the jackhammer on Gunther? That's gonna
no.
You got a better chance of jacking off. Fuck that.
That's gonna be, bro. That's gonna be a catastrophe. He almost killed Undertaker the last time he did it. That's gonna be
to all the fans who don't know. To all the fans who don't know, Goldberg is 58. So yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how this match. How is this match with Gunther?
Go ahead, Tigo.
No, I was just gonna say, how is this match gonna Gunther even play out? It can't go longer than like 3 minutes, right?
Yeah,
no, it can't.
Yeah.
And I said this before y'all pulled up. I made a proclamation. If this dude struggles with Goldbum, all his credibility is lost.
Wrap it up.
If this dude has over a 5-minute match with Goldbum, Gunther is officially buried. Period.
The only thing I expect in this match is for Gunther to take at least I'll say the most 2 spears. That's it. After that, it should be a squash.
This motherfucker, he struggled against Otis. He struggled against Pat McAfee. He fucking tapped out in seconds against Jey Uso. If he struggles against Goldbum, it's a wrap.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Dude, I was reading comments from that video. They said Goldberg looked like a security guard from Walmart. Gunther's not next. Social Security's next. I started laughing like, damn.
Social Security's next.
Social Security's next.
Yeah.
Got coked out Sean over here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Heartbreak Kid.
The Heartbreak Kid is back in the building.
Hey, yo, Sean.
Man.
Hey, yo, Sean, stop giving your stash to Triple H. He brought back Goldberg. Jesus.
Yeah, this from the same man that said he can't stand Goldberg, but it's like you still using this dude in this golden years.
Jesus. Dude, I think fucking Goldberg's on a cover of AARP magazine fucking this month. Jesus.
Oh man, I bet you Andrade wants Lola Vice. I don't blame her.
Well, Lola Vice is hotter. Well, she is hotter, so it would make sense.
I guess he Black Sauce this is scores for tonight or not the scores, the stats.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Yankees need a couple of those runs.
And they need this tonight. Good for them.
But then we said this last year that was going to happen. He about to win. He gonna win the title.
I won't even be surprised if Goldberg wins.
Yeah, I won't even be surprised.
Either way, it's going to be a cash in with Rollins. I it's predictable.
If they do a cash in with Rollins, it's not gonna be about Rollins. I'm telling you now, it's gonna be they're gonna make the same mistake with Rollins cash in that they did with the first one.
Showcase our military might.
Like,
it could be worse.
But this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted, my dude. I hope you're happy.
Man, if anybody should be picked.
Yeah, you motherfucker, you. This is what you want.
Hey,
this dude could barely walk to the ring. It's like he was about to catch a cramp walking up them damn steps.
Oh my god.
And if anybody should be pissed off, it's Jey Uso. Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
Hey man, I wanted it for comedy purposes, man.
Yeah, so what's that again? Hold on, let Coked Out Show. What you said again?
Cool.
Hey man, I was like, look, I wanted it for comedy purposes because it could show how hypocritical the WWE is, because they talked all that about WCW pushing old guys. Now you got an old guy holding the belt and another old guy going for the belt.
I mean, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong about that.
I know he's not wrong. This is ridiculous.
I was just gonna say, it definitely explains why Jay lost. That's probably why.
Yeah, that's exactly why he lost. So he can sell this match.
Yeah.
As if this match needs the title. Good lord.
Definitely don't. No, it definitely
I don't want to. Because I've been arguing with. Because think about this, guys. I've been going back and forth with these WWE stands for 20 years about this WCW stuff. Because I'm a diehard WCW, and we've been hearing it. So now you got guys older than Hollywood Hogan holding the belt. You got guys older than Ric Flair in the 90s holding the belt. What you saying?
I mean, I'm saying motherfuckers is nostalgia junkies. I've been saying that shit forever.
I mean, they've been on that WCW shit for a while. I mean, they were making fun of WCW for the horror stories, about how they
remember they were saying that this dude Goldberg was a Family Dollar version of Stone Cold.
Yeah.
I mean, the comparisons were there between Austin and Goldberg. I mean,
they've been on that WCW time for years, man. Like they were always making fun of WCW for all the horror stories about how they were just booking on the fly, making shit up. They'd be like a Nitro hour 2,
and that's ridiculous.
Hour 3.
WWE or WWF was doing the same shit.
Yeah. There were stories like before COVID of Vince just like literally like booking the show like 2 minutes before Raw. Like just booking it like they've been on that type of time.
Word,
that's why people I be telling them, I be like, look, man, yeah, Triple H has a lot of shit with him, but I do not want to go back to those dark ages of Vince McMahon television in his later years, because that was the most horrible television I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Triple H is bad, but he's not Vince McMahon bad.
Good lord. Like he's not. Like, listen, I would argue that ever since Triple H took over, that this has been his worst year. But it's not but I would rather this year than Vince McMahon's years back in the day, because good lord.
What it is Triple H is conservative. He doesn't take chances. He needs to take more chances. There's a difference between a bad show and a boring show. It's like watching a movie. You can watch a bad movie, but if it's really bad, you can laugh at how bad it is. You can talk about it with your friends. But if you watch a boring movie, it's just boring. Triple H's product is boring. It's safe. It's formulaic. He barely takes any chances at all, ever. Shawn Michaels in NXT, he takes more chances. TK and AEW, he takes more chances.
Yeah, but the problem is, and I think we talked about it, people expected when Triple H took over, they expected it to be like NXT Black and Gold on the main roster. Problem with that is the main roster is a completely different animal. It's major differences.
I was talking about that with Sandman last week. I think people have like their blinders on when it comes to NXT Black and Gold, because listen, I miss NXT Black and Gold too. It should have stayed in an hour. It was the perfect show. But I got to be honest here. If you go back to those NXT Black and Gold days, most episodes of NXT were average. It was really the takeovers that people watched. The takeovers was where all the important shit happened.
Right.
The takeovers was where all the debuts happened. The takeovers is where all the title changes happened. Barely anything of importance.
They weren't every single month. That was the other thing too. That's what made it so important. Like every single NXT show, it led to a takeover. The takeover, it was like what 4 or 5, maybe 6
like 4
takeovers.
That was it.
For a year, and that was it. That's what made them so important.
You want to hear something else that's crazy too? NXT kind of got lucky too with the stuff that they did. Because how many stories have you heard that Vince doesn't even watch NXT? So NXT around that time, they had a lot of freedom to do whatever they want down there because Vince wasn't paying attention to them.
And that's the thing. He's funding these fuckers. Why are you not watching what's going on? I get it. There's a lot of shit y'all going on, but it's like, my dude, after hearing the people out there like, yo, NXT is cooking, you still gonna ignore it?
Yeah, that's probably why. that's another thing too. You don't think just because Vince doesn't pay attention to NXT, you don't think he heard the fans say how much NXT takeovers were better than some of the main roster
Yeah, that's
shows?
what I'm saying. And then he would just ignore it. All he would
Yeah.
do, he would see the certain stars and then be like, you know what? That's your star. That's your star. Okay, sink or swim. I'm gonna put
Yeah,
him on the main roster, sink or swim. And it's like,
yeah,
Yeah.
bro, you can't just do that.
yeah. He did that on purpose too.
It's,
He hears how much fans praised NXT back and go back then.
yep.
He brought him up to the main roster to purposely kill him. He
Kill
didn't
him.
I'm
know
Yeah.
still,
he didn't know
I'm still,
what their show was. He didn't know what their gimmicks were.
I'm still pissed at the time they called up Bobby Roode as a babyface. I remember, like, I almost punched the wall when they did that. I was like, "What are you
Yeah.
doing?
You're
Why would
pissed
you
at
call
that.
Roode as a babyface? That made no fucking sense."
Bro, I'll do you one better than that. Remember when they called up Ricochet, Black, and Gargano and Champ
Yeah.
at the same time?
When they
Mm-hmm.
were in the middle of a blood feud on NXT,
Yep,
as if like it never
Yeah.
happened.
and then they reunited them randomly with both the NXT and the North American titles on them.
Just for them to lose to the bar.
Yeah,
Yeah. God, that was bad. Yeah, people forget how bad like those later years were. I mean, fuck, we got a Hell in a Cell match that ended in a no contest. Like, what the fuck? Jesus.
twice. They did that twice.
Yeah.
They are pushing Jacob to be the guy next. So after Gunther beats Goldberg, hopefully then Jacob or Jay. Like,
Jacob Fatu is the only saving grace right now.
but he needs to be
Yeah.
careful also because they don't really have him doing anything right now.
He
He's
does.
coming off as the rest. Like, I'm not yet. But it's like, all right now, motherfucker. You're not gonna hold that US championship hostage too, right? Let's start getting some defenses in there, B.
He about
Like,
to defend against Solo. Plus, he got Damian Priest in the background too. So
All right, so something needs to start happening because I'm noticing a lot of these motherfuckers starting to hold their titles hostage.
it's all of them. EO hasn't defended it since WrestleMania.
a lot of people.
Dom
She
has
was
had like
about to
2
defend it.
defenses.
She was about to defend it against Liv until Liv got hurt. And as far as Dom goes, they just booked him in a title match against AJ at Night of Champions. He about to fight
Yeah.
AJ Styles. So
Yeah,
You think
guys,
this
I
dude?
got
Go ahead.
no. So I got a question. You guys think TKO's like handcuffing WWE so it doesn't like UFC, WWE doesn't outshine UFC or something? Because you know how Dana White doesn't really like WWE and it's fake and all that shit. I don't know. I just get a vibe like maybe TKO's has a play with WWE's showing. You know?
Well, that'll be counterproductive because they all
Yeah,
gotta
I
get
know.
together. They all together. They all
They work
branded.
on one umbrella, but I don't know. I just get a vibe. Maybe that's what they're doing because you know how UFC's struggling lately with their shows and shit. You know,
that would
they still want to be like number one.
that would kind of screw themselves still if they did that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just thinking. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't bet against it because ever since this TKO partnership, WWE has been tanking.
Yeah, it could be a Rock and Triple H thing because I think Triple H is out the door soon, anyways. I think
It's
they're
just
gonna
an
boot him.
example of just because something looks good on paper doesn't mean it's going to actually play out that way. A lot of WWE fans are finding out this relationship may not be best long term.
Yeah,
Because these
I'm seeing
motherfuckers
more and
don't
more.
watch the product. That's what it is. These motherfuckers wasn't watching shit. Remember, these are the same motherfuckers that thought Yokozuna was still alive. They're in the same party. That's what, like these motherfuckers don't do
that's the
their
Saudis.
research.
The Saudis, they want Ultimate Warrior for blood money. Like he's dead.
Right.
Yeah, like these motherfuckers on Netflix and shit. They thought The Rock was still.
They thought The Rock was a full timer. They thought The Rock was a full timer. They saw The Rock on a couple episodes of Raw and they think, oh my God, he's back. He's gonna be there. Nope.
Yeah, he
thought Stone Cold was a full timer.
Right.
Yeah.
They showed up for one episode, took their check and boogie.
Oh man.
They got finesse real bad. They saw the Undertaker. He's up there.
I'm here for this check. You
I've
just
never-
1 day, then I'm out of here.
Oh man. I'm sorry. I'm never gonna forget the Undertaker versus Goldberg. Good Lord, that was a disaster. The only thing that topped that debacle was when they did DX versus the Brothers of Destruction.
Oh wow! What was that? Super Showdown?
Yep, in Saudi. Holy hell! That everything about that match was terrible.
My dude Shawn Michaels. Yeah. Talk to me, coked out Shawn. Like you had the honest baldy going on. Did you just come from listening to Back the Fuck Up? That's what made you get that baldy?
Well, the Heartbreak Kid needed a bag.
Yeah.
Clean shaven and all that.
That
money
baldy
bag and a coke bag.
Bro, that baldy
the coke bag.
Man, that bald head was the least of your worries. You had Triple H. Triple H injuring himself at the first 5 minutes. Kane wrestled. Kane came in with a mask on. His mask fell off twice. Yeah, like you could tell. Geez, you could tell Kane's, and even worse, you could tell Kane's hair was fake. Good Lord.
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
That's the Vince McMahon era right there.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Like,
if you guys can read lips after the match was over and they raised Shawn Hunter's hand, if you zoom in on Shawn's face, he says, "We're too old for this shit." That's what he said.
Yep. You think?
He even said it backstage. He was like, "Yo, that match sucked."
You think,
he said that shit
motherfuckers?
backstage in Gorilla.
They all said that shit. All four of them hated the match. I'm like, what the fuck did you expect, you motherfuckers?
Which Saudi show they held him hostage at the airport? It wasn't the one, was it? Or was it the Goldberg?
I think that was the first, no, the second one.
The second one? Right. Oh, the second one. Yeah.
That's where fucking Gallows the dude made me laugh. Like the dude will always be a bum to me, but like I almost fucking like got fired at my job because I was listening to his podcast when he told the story because Vince left them high and dry, because he wasn't paying them. He didn't pay the Saudis the money, and according to Gallows, they saw Randy get on a different plane, and Gallows was like, "They're not gonna kill Randy."
Yo, I would have pissed and shit myself. I don't care. I would have been crying. I ain't going nowhere. These motherfuckers got motherfucking AK-47s and all that. Like, you're not going nowhere. Like,
and y'all left, and y'all abandoned us with your because y'all had private jets. Y'all had an exit strategy, and y'all knew we didn't. Fuck you.
And remember, they was on a landing strip. Like, they was right there at the landing strip. So, what if these motherfuckers see Vince and them flying away while they still...
They would have bombed. They would have probably bombed.
The window, looking at these motherfuckers fly away.
Vince was on that. Vince was on that Dr. Eggman shit. He had like his secret plot ready and everything. He got the fuck out of there.
Man, that nigga's lucky. That nigga's lucky they didn't bomb his plane for all that. For all he knew, he could have blew him out of the sky.
Screw snakes on a plane. You almost had machetes on the plane with fucking beheadings. Everybody choppy.
Like, man, look, dude.
Man, I'd have quit. Man, I'd have walked out on Vince the minute I went back to the States. I've been like, fuck you, I'm out.
That shit, I know they had to have been scared to death.
Hell yeah, I would.
I remember that day too, because I remember they had a show in New York immediately after that. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Matter of fact, isn't that around the time when NXT had to show up on SmackDown?
Yeah, that was the only good thing that came out of it. When they
that was short-handed.
That was like one of the best episodes they ever did.
Word. I remember that night. The freaking main event was Bryan versus Adam Cole. I remember that shit.
Yeah, they had some really good matches that night.
That was like
Leo Rush is the what champion was Leo Rush?
That was like
Leo Rush was the cruiserweight champ.
Yeah, that was the good old days. Like Adam was over, Keith Lee was over.
Nah, he wasn't a cruiserweight. He was a North American champion.
Yeah, Tommaso and Gargano.
It was one of them.
Hot. They just started pushing Rhea. That was like, when NXT could do no wrong, and they were like everything was going right before Vince fucked everything up and AEW showed up.
Yeah, right. And all because you couldn't handle another wrestling promotion on the rise.
Ballet said she enjoyed the Jordan Grace and Lola Vice match. How has Jordan Grace been on NXT? I ain't gonna lie. I know I said in January I was gonna try to watch NXT. Like I was gonna try to start watching it and much more because I only watch highlights. I don't watch
I
full.
mean, I haven't been really watching full episodes of
Yeah,
NXT
that's
like
what they
that
mean.
anyway. So, I mean, I'm not worried about Jordan Grace because we know how nice she is. So Jordan Grace is nice. So I'm sure she's fine. But
I see
I
she
think
slimmed down a lot though. She ain't as diesel as she used to be.
I think she's pretty stupid if you ask me. But
Oh
yeah,
shit.
why to go to WWE?
no, I just think she's stupid as a person, so I don't really care for her that much.
I know why
I
you
was
say
gonna say
that, but
because
I I
her
know
being
why you
stupid
said
going
that, but
WWE is
No,
like.
because number one, she's on fucking roids, and anybody who's gonna fucking
But,
be in
but didn't
denial
she
about
slim
that shit.
down?
she did. She slimmed down a little bit, but
Well, of course, you got to because it's WWE. You know, you can get away with that shit in the indies, but you can't do that on a bigger platform. So I don't fuck with anybody that lies about about being a steroid abuser. That's the first reason I don't like her. The second and the main reason I don't like her is that she's just really fucking stupid. She's not very smart. She went on Twitter like a couple of years ago. I remember you sent it to me, Nate, where somebody was asking her questions just about different things in wrestling, and some person asked her about Benoit and was like, "Oh, what do you think about Benoit and him wrestling today? Like, would he be able to hang today?" And then she said something along the lines of, "He wouldn't be able to hang because he was overrated." And I'm like, "What?" I remember when Nate said that to me. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh
I
yeah,
thought
I
I like
remember that.
misread that shit. And I was like, "How dumb are you, you fucking stupid bitch? Like, do you realize that the fucking pace of wrestling today was
Overrated.
set up by guys like Benoit, Guerrero, Jericho, and Owen, and guys like that?
Blanco, all them.
Literally,
Yeah.
literally, Benoit, because of him, the style is what it is. Like, what are you talking about? Like, fuck you, you stupid, whatever."
Jesus.
geez, man, Benoit overrated. Jesus.
That
Like, if
is
you don't like the
that's
guy
pretty
because of what he did,
interesting.
that's fine. Whatever. If you
Yeah.
can't watch his matches because of what he did, that's not a story. But don't fucking sit there and be like, "Oh, he wouldn't be able to hang today." That's like me saying that's like
Wait,
a Will
hold on,
Ospreay.
wait. So who's interviewing her?
No, no, it wasn't an interview. It was a Twitter Q&A. You know, like how Twitter's
Oh,
yeah.
because I
You
was
know, like
about to
how
say, like, did the interviewer ask, like, "Oh, what do you mean by overrated? Can you elaborate?" I
no,
definitely
it was
want to please elaborate on that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be like if a Kenny Omega or a Seth Rollins or a Will Ospreay would have say Shawn Michaels wouldn't be able to hang today. Like they literally are able to do what they did because of guys like Shawn Michaels. What the fuck? Just like
Well,
stupid.
I think
Yeah,
Michael
I'm he's
Jordan was overrated too. Yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Basically like
Yeah.
Okay.
girl.
Yeah.
She's
Those 90 Bulls, they're overrated. They stunk. Those 90 Bulls, they stunk.
yeah. Jordan Grace is
Oh,
like one of those girls in school. She's like one of those girls in school that's like really hot, but then she opens her mouth and you're just like, damn, why'd you
Yeah.
talk? Like
Okay.
just
Yeah.
fucking
Shut
talk.
up. Put a
Yeah,
dick in her
like
mouth. Shut up, bitch.
you think
yeah,
Jordan Grace is hot?
No.
she's not ugly, but I'm just saying in general,
I
like
was asking Tove.
No, I mean she was hotter before when she was
She was
thick.
good looking before. I liked her before.
Yeah.
I
But
didn't
man,
really like
ugh.
because I've always seen her as like real muscular and shit.
when I go back and look at how she looked before the muscles, you will be like,
Hold on,
damn, she's
Yeah,
let
she
me
looked
see.
good
Let me see
before.
real
She looks
She was
ugly
pretty
now.
good. Now it's like, ugh.
Let me see. See
Too many
which one.
roids.
You know how, like how we joke of Chris Statlander, we call her Chris Decklander. You know, like
yeah,
Yeah.
she was on
thick
that kind of time.
Statler.
Yeah, nah, I never said she was on the thick
Yeah,
stack
Jordan.
land.
Yeah,
I never said
Jordan.
she was.
I said thick Statlander, but yeah, Jordan Grace looked like Chris Statlander before Chris Statlander came on the scene.
Right.
Yeah.
And she started taking roids. And you can tell she took roids because her voice changed. And that's one of
Yeah.
the differences between men and women taking roids. When women take roids, their voice changes. Listen to like an interview she did in like 2017, 2018, and like listen to her talk now. It's like two different people. That's another reason why I know she's a roid user or
Yeah.
prior was a roid user. She may not be on roids anymore. She clearly was.
She probably was at Benoit's crime scene, stole all the steroids at the house. Fucking bitch.
Right.
Detectives. Yeah, there we go.
No, not
Yeah, she
Benoit.
looked
I
good
would.
before. I liked her before.
Whoa,
Yeah.
right? I think this might be Photoshop right here, though. That's look
That
good.
I guess that's just what the
that
graphic
Yeah.
guy
picture is
liked.
Photoshop, but
Holy
yeah,
shit! Was that a 10-pack? Jesus.
Yeah,
you
like, cause
see,
I remember her in
you see the difference, right?
Yeah. And man, I guess
Like the
Grisham
one on the
likes his
right.
muscles. I guess that's what he's into.
this him and Grisham. I said him and Grisham.
Yeah,
Her and
Right.
Grisham, excuse me.
yeah.
Yo, as a matter of fact, speaking of Memphis wrestling, I see this dude, Scorpio Sky, he's over there now.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
That's cool.
nice.
what is he doing? Selling the Switch 2, ripping people off?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I
Just when
remember
I let
that.
go of my hatred of him, man, I was moving on too. Damn.
That was hilarious.
PS5 guy. PS5 guy.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Yo, Black Soul said, call her Cyborg Santos.
Yeah, there we go.
Right.
Cyborg
Oh,
Santa.
man. So yeah, man. Tomorrow is was it Grand Slam tomorrow, right?
The Mexico, yeah.
Grand Slam Mexico.
Yo, we definitely going live for that tomorrow. I ain't gonna hold you. We going live for that. I think this is gonna be the show. You know what I mean? It was from before a couple of weeks. These couple of weeks was strike one, strike two. Let's not strike out
Yeah.
AEW.
This is where they're
Come
gonna hit the
on,
home
B.
run. They gotta.
It's gonna be basically AEW versus a couple of luchadors, but it's gonna be continuation of some stories as well. So
There you go. Look, Black Saw, he set it up for you.
well,
Come on with it.
all right.
What's going on with that card there?
All right, guys. I'm gonna drop. I'm watching the rest of the Stanley Cup. Looks like Florida's gonna win it.
All right. Appreciate
All
you
right,
pulling
I'll
up, my
tell. Yeah,
dude.
I'll probably drop in tomorrow night during the show.
Sounds like a plan, sir. But
We'll
yeah,
see
we're going live tomorrow too. So we're going live for Grand
Yeah,
Slam.
yeah. I'll see it. Yeah, I'll drop in tomorrow. All right.
All right. You ready, TKO? This dude TKO, he bumming out, B. Yo, so you heard about there's a rumor out there saying that Cardi B wants to wrestle?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Nah, I'm not surprised about that. Like, I won't be surprised if they have her do a move at SummerSlam or like do something physical.
Is
Maybe
she a
like
wrestling fan?
she like from before she always said she was a Eddie Guerrero fan.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I remember her saying that from before. Any guy, what's going on, my dude? Yeah,
Yeah,
Goldbum always skipping the damn line.
yeah. So we got MJF versus Mystico.
Okay.
Mhm.
We got a 4-way hologram, Leo Rush, Ricochet, and another dude from CMLL. We got Mercedes versus the women's CMLL champion for the CMLL title.
Another belt for Mercedes. I don't know. I don't even know why that lady is even coming to work. Just chime her your belt.
We got Mark Briscoe versus Okada.
Mhm.
And we got
No, wait. Let's slow down. Like, what's up? Like, damn, why Mark Briscoe always got to be taking fucking pins every single week though? Why are they doing this to Mark Briscoe, B? It's like ever since he lost the Ring of Honor championship, he loses more times than he wins on Dynamite. When I
That's
said I
his
wanted
job,
him on
man.
Dynamite, this is not what I was expecting. I don't know what this dude TKO with.
Yeah, I was just saying that's his job, unfortunately. But
Yeah,
I
that's
think
bullshit. He's like one of the most entertaining dudes
he's
there.
he's definitely talented enough to be TNT champion. I put
Yes,
TNT title on him if I was booking.
yes. Like, let's really
Actually,
be real.
I actually really enjoyed the stretcher match he had with Ricochet at Double or Nothing because of all the matches on the card. I was like, okay, why is this happening? And I actually ended up like really enjoying that one. I was like, wow, that was actually pretty good. So
Yeah, like, because I remember when he was the Ring of Honor champion or Ring of Honor TV champion, I was
mhm,
saying, like, this dude being on Ring of Honor don't make no fucking sense. He should be on Dynamite. This dude is hella entertaining.
mhm.
And now, you just got him jobbing out on Dynamite. Like, this is that pisses me off with Tony Khan, man.
Yeah.
Oh, TKO's back. Okay.
Yeah, my bad. It was the connection that I was in. My bad. But
You
I
sound
think this,
mad right now, yeah.
yeah, I just had to get in a better location. But I think this is the main event, but we got a 10-man tag. It's the Death Riders and the Young Bucks versus the Ops, Swerve, and Osprey.
Oh, nice.
These motherfuckers love their multi-man matches, the Death Riders.
Yeah, but sometimes it be working, even though sometimes it be a clusterfuck, but they make it work.
Mhm.
Speaking of Mox, you heard about this dude getting sued?
Yeah, I did hear
Yeah,
about that. Yeah. Apparently, the dude that was suing, he's salty because he had applied for a job and they didn't give him one. So that could be one of the motivations of it. So
that's probably not going to go nowhere. So
yeah, I saw the clip on Twitter this morning. It was not a hard push, but it wasn't a light push either. If I could give the push a rating, I'd give it like maybe a 4 out of 10.
Let me see if I can
Um,
pull it up real quick.
yeah,
yeah,
it was an old push when I think that was when he was doing that cage match with I forgot who his
with
opponent
Kenny,
was, but
this was Kenny. Yeah,
yeah, it was the
that was 2 years ago.
and now it was yeah, I remember that. That was the night Don Callis turned on him, but Jesus, you
Yeah.
wait 2 years for this shit?
It also shows like a disconnect. I mean, everybody's been watching wrestling for a different amount of time. I grew up watching wrestling down here in the South, and I remember at a very young age, my dad always told me, he always said, "Son, if you ever are privileged enough to actually work in a wrestling company one day, always remember when heels are working, stay away from them because heels do heel shit for a reaction, So if you near them, like if you talk shit and you got your beer in your hand, they're gonna slap the beer out your hand. If you're a camera guy or taking pictures or whatever, they may push you just to get a reaction. Like, that's what heels
Yeah.
do. So I've always been taught that, like, okay, be careful. And clearly that guy didn't get the memo because he was like right in Mox's face because it was a cage match. And I forgot exactly like how he got outside, but they were outside the cage. And the guy
Yeah,
was
I'm
like
about to
in
pull it
Mox's
up right
face.
now
Yeah.
on the
The guy was like, oh, okay.
highly expensive Consultron right now. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, you'll see. See, he was okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, really? Come on, my dude.
Right.
That shit was super duper light. Come on. Really?
Right.
That
It's
was
like
it?
horseplay.
He's
It's like
suing for
horseplay you see
that?
in gym class. Yeah.
Yo, pack that goofball up.
Right.
That is corny. See, I don't like shit like that.
Yeah. He said like he broke his sternum, had a concussion, a bunch of. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, no.
Yeah, that was corny.
Yeah.
And I heard he's trying to sue the whole company and all that. He's trying to sue not only Mox but AEW. Like, they about to get that motherfucker some free tickets and tell him to move around.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not worried about that. They're not good. That's probably not even going to get to trial or some shit.
Hell no.
Just somebody looking for some money.
I don't know what Black Star's talking about because you're making his case for them that it was a hostile work environment. Here's the thing though, Black Star. It's not like that's their first show, especially when it comes to Mox. Everybody knows how Mox gives it up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure that cameraman knew what Mox was about.
This
If
ain't the
not, somebody had told him about Mox.
and it's not even just Mox. It's not the first time heels have pushed camera people.
Yeah.
Like this is not it's not uncommon.
And when it comes to Mox, that's super duper light. You got a little shove. This
If
is the
any,
same dude that been slamming people on thumbtacks and you know what I'm saying, impaling motherfuckers.
yeah.
That's the difference, Black Star. He's at a wrestling show. You know how much motherfuckers that got shoved to the side? Timekeepers, bell ringers.
For
They were
God's sake,
shoved to the side.
for God's sakes, I remember when one of the Spanish announcers got hit in the head with a chair. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they've done way worse shits than
Like
us
if that's
than
the
that.
case, if that guy wants to file a lawsuit, man, do you know how many wrestling fans across the world have hurt themselves just watching a bad product? Like we can
Yeah.
charge anybody.
Right.
That reminds me of that lady that was at WrestleMania. Remember when this dude Stone Cold had crashed into the barricade by accident?
Yeah.
And
She
she had
ain't
that. She
she
had that.
ain't filed no lawsuit.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought she did.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
She was mad though. She was mad.
I'm sure she was upset because it was unexpected, but ain't nobody gets sued for that.
It was a delayed reaction though. Like at first I was like, "Oh shit, yo, Stone Cold wildin'," but the lady had a real delayed reaction when he crashed into the barricade.
He was having a hard time. I actually saw a clip on Twitter where
And
like
I don't mean to be mean. I swear I'm not. Let me show you as a matter of fact. But go ahead, Toe.
yeah. Yeah, he was trying to back up the thing before he even came out, and he was having a really hard time doing it. So, so yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
clearly it was a malfunction with his ride. I mean, he didn't even ride it back up the ramp. So
Let me see. And that you would think that WWE would stop with the vehicular type angles and shit. How many times a vehicle done malfunction during the segment or them shooting a promo in the ring or whatever the case may be? Remember when this dude Hogan was beefing with Bum the Taker and he couldn't start up the damn bike?
yeah.
Hogan don't know how to start up a motorcycle. That was the problem. The fuck? Like I'm like, how you don't know how to ride a Harley, my guy? Like
See, that's the movies and music videos and shit, convincing fans he about that life when he doesn't know a fuck thing about it in real life. Nope.
exactly, like my guy, it's a Harley. It's not a hard bike to ride, man.
Oh man.
Sure. That's why you deserve for Taker to drag your ass around that bike the week after.
That's like one of the best visuals they ever did. That was
Oh
so funny.
God, Taker did the Lord's work with that segment.
But before, how you bust him over the head with a fucking tire iron, with a not a tire, a crowbar? How you crack somebody with a crowbar and say you didn't know Dead Man Inc. was in the house?
I never understood that, man. To me, Big Evil was like always Taker's best
The
version.
best, the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, for whatever reason, people didn't like it back then, but now, like years later, people look back at it like, oh, it was pretty good. I'm like, no, of course it was good. That's his best work.
They didn't like humanized Taker for some reason. But I'm like Taker did it because he had to adapt.
Right.
That's one thing I give Taker. He knows how to adapt for better or for worse.
Right.
I think they just weren't ready to move on from Dead Man Taker.
You know he had heart complications around WrestleMania season, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just heard about that. He mentioned it. That's wild. And everybody's getting heart problems lately. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. But he seems to be good. You know, he had the surgery like right after the Michelle McCool had said a Hall of Fame speech.
Yeah.
So he seems to be good now. But yeah, man, it was a scare at the time. But they didn't want to let it get out at around that time, you know.
Which I respect, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how white folks are. They like to hide shit.
Yeah.
I bet he fucking did. I really bet that dude is a fucking clown. I bet he did.
I mean, if you notice, Taker every time he shows up, he doesn't really do like choke slam spots no more. He just rides his bike and just says what's up and leaves.
Sean G said he died.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I bet he did say that shit. That dude is weird.
Sean Views, I put him in the same category as Akadiddy and OVO Mall. They just spread bullshit just to spread
That's how they
bullshit.
get their numbers. That's how they numbers be spiking.
Yeah,
Over
but
bullshit.
yeah, and then when they get exposed for being wrong, then they want to double down. Like, fuck you.
Or say call the cops. If I'm wrong, then call the cops then.
Nigga,
What?
like, nigga, you really want to do that? Because you've been wrong many times, especially OVO Mall. Like, he been wrong about everything.
Yeah, what's that dude's deal? Like he
He,
been going very hard when it comes to Drake.
he's a dick rider for Drake, just like Akadiddy. Come on, man.
Like
He
he was also saying that on this dude Drake's new album that's coming out, he got some heat waiting for this dude Kendrick Lamar.
People like him and academics, they instigators. They want to keep this beef going to keep their shit going.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let this shit go.
Like this is what I mean when I say fans ruin this beef for me. Like I don't give a shit no more.
Because motherfuckers ain't real fans. They just feeding off of the hype of this shit for their numbers.
And they
Motherfuckers
be
don't really care
wrong.
about rap as a sport. They don't care.
And they be wrong. Like
right. They just worried about their engagement.
Shoot, man. I can't wait. I'll tell you this. I can't wait for this new Clips album, man. They just dropped a new song.
Yeah, I ain't got to see the new video yet. I wish I could play this shit right now.
God, I just saw. Well, man, I just saw it before I came.
I'm going on Patreon, B. I'm telling you, B. Y'all better pull up too, B. Y'all better come through and support. I will be on Patreon, and Patreon is gonna be so different.
Yeah, man. And I just saw that video before I came on here. The song is one thing I love about Pusha T is he's not just because he's not a gimmick rapper, but because he be on beats and he just be smooth with his rhymes, man. Dude is a
Shit that
poet.
these motherfuckers try to say, right? Like Kendrick Lamar was on one of their tracks.
I'm sure he was. Him and Pusha's nice. I want to hear it.
So all right. Def Jam was telling these dudes like, "Yo, you gotta take this dude Kendrick Lamar off of your track," and of course they was like, "No, why?" And
yeah, they wanted
like,
to take him off because they think he's shooting at Drake again.
Yeah, and they told him they was like, "Yo, we not even talking about Drake on this shit," and they didn't care. And they was like, "Well, you know what? Long story short, they kicked him off of Def Jam." That's what I heard. They wonder Def Jam.
And they won, and yet people are gonna say that Kendrick is trying to sabotage Drake. The fuck is you talking about? The sabotage is the other way.
Because motherfuckers are scared to get sued. Because this dude has started this. It's like a trickle down effect that might end up happening. Because that's crazy. So it's like anybody that has something to say about Drake, not even or has in the past, not even in the particular track, is they gotta suffer some repercussion,
right? Like as if Drake is like the gatekeeper of hip hop. Like, y'all put Drake on this pedestal and he got knocked off.
And it
It
happens to
happened.
the best of them.
All I know is predators and fucking weirdos look out for each other. That's all I got to say about that.
They
Like this shit
do.
is so damn corny.
The fact that
And motherfuckers
academics
want to
think
sit there and say, "Oh, the reason why this dude is suing UMG and Kendrick or whatever because he tried to say he was a pedophile.
well,
He's trying to
you ain't really proved that you weren't. There's literally a video with you and an underage girl on stage. So how do you explain that?
yeah, that's the reason why the whole lawsuit, man.
And don't even
Yeah,
get
man,
me started with that rabbit
It's just
hole.
weird. It's just weird gooning behavior. Like we're not even talking about music anymore. Just some dudes, they never got the memo that you shouldn't talk to 16-year-old people, 15-year-old people, and like they still do it. And they don't see anything weird with it. And I'm at a point now, like if I see that shit now, I'm just like, okay, I'm not talking to that person. That person's a weirdo. Screw him.
And
But
yeah,
that's
it's not only that too. It is the music also because this dude he's not used to losing. So when he more than lost. This motherfucker got beat down.
Yeah.
And instead of
complete.
him just, taking that shit like, you know what, you got that. This dude wanted to sue.
Hey,
Like
you
the
just got
fuck?
Yeah,
on.
that's a newer generation problem. I've noticed that. Like a lot of people today from this new gen, they double down on shit. Half the trouble they get into it because they double down instead of just taking the L, as they say. Like you just said, he's not used to losing. Everybody loses, at some point. And all you can really do is just take it on the chin and just keep it going. But nope, like you just
You
said,
remember
no.
you even said so. You was like, yo, what if this motherfucker Biggie would have sued Pac?
Right,
The lawyer would have
Right.
been like, okay, now you said fuck your bitch and the click you claim. And like
right. That would have been it. That
Right.
would have been the death of Bad Boy. Like
That'd
that
have
would have
been
been
the
it.
death
Over.
of. And imagine if Jay-Z would have sued Nas for Ether or vice versa.
Yeah, that would have killed his career.
Like hip hop would have been a joke if that was the case. Or
yeah.
even worse, imagine if Ice Cube got sued for and we never would have got no Vaseline. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah, what if
Right.
Easy E what if Easy or this dude, even this motherfucker, what's his name, Jerry Heller?
Hmm.
Even he didn't sue Ice Cube.
It's the
Motherfucker.
equivalent. It's the equivalent of basically getting into a fight in high school. You start the shit. You get into a fight. You get your ass kicked, and then you go snitch to the principal or the teacher. Like you're a bitch. Like it totally kills the credibility. No one's gonna take you seriously anymore.
What
So
about Eminem? What about Eminem? The amount of motherfuckers that dissed him, he would have had like multiple lawsuits.
right.
Shit.
Yeah. And vice versa. What if Mariah Carey would have put out a lawsuit on Eminem? Remember, Eminem used to talk about her like crazy. Mariah
Yeah.
Carey didn't even set out one lawsuit. What she
No.
did, she came out with the "Why are you so obsessed with me?"
Right. I ain't gonna lie, Mariah Carey had a lot of backbone with that song and the video. So hey, props to her for that.
Yeah. So what does that make Drake? Jerry Heller didn't sue. Mariah Carey didn't sue.
Let that sink in, Drake. Mariah Carey got more balls than you. She went at Eminem and she went at Eminem.
Unreal.
She went at Eminem for God's sakes. Come on.
Black Sauce said Jerry wanted to sue Cube. Oh, Jerry wanted to sue Cube, but Easy E told him he don't do that. Oh no, don't do that. Excuse me.
Well, hey, Easy E knew what it was, so
Okay, I'll take Jerry Heller back. Still, Mariah Carey.
right.
Like
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Jerry did want to sue. That was the best part of the Straight Outta Compton movie. Where they were like, "Man, you don't sue, man. It's a fucking rap diss."
Right. Like,
That's great.
because Easy E knew what it was. He knew hip hop would have been a joke if they did that shit.
Right.
oh man.
Shoot.
I know. Was it Jonathan Majors is doing a movie with Jay Cargill?
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
he's trying to make a comeback.
Was it True Threat? I think the name of the movie is True Threat.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's another thing. And that's another thing. Like, Jay Cargill's about to do a movie. Like, and you don't think motherfuckers could be bigger or as big as the company? Isn't that what you want?
And that's why I don't want to say that narrative. And I heard a few people saying that, like, they don't want the superstars to get more
That's
popular than the company, but they always venture off anyway.
that's one of the reasons why Mercedes left. That doesn't really get talked about enough. She had
But
like a
that's the
little.
thing, though. That's the thing, though, Charles. Like they still go out. It don't matter if they still in the WWE or not. They still venture off and do other things like movies.
Yeah,
Right.
So
well, they don't
what's
want them to. They don't want them to, for some reason. Like Mercedes, she has like a little side gig. She plays a side character in The Mandalorian. Like not even an important character or anything. She's just a Star Wars fan, and she just wanted to film a few scenes. And Vince tried like people don't talk about this. Like I don't know why. Like it's really one of the big reasons why she left. Vince tried to book her to a point where her schedule was so busy she couldn't go film stuff, and it was like, why? Um,
Which is crazy because Vince never really valued Mercedes as like that.
and then that other movie, the one they did recently with like Naomi's in it, Tony Storm is in it, Camille's in it, the one they did like on Mildred
oh
Birch.
Queen of the Ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, WWE doesn't want that movie advertised on their networks, so
I
you
still
don't see.
gotta watch that too.
Yes, it's a good movie apparently. So apparently, like they don't want the movie advertised on the same networks that WWE airs on. So there's no advertisements for that movie on USA, but there were advertisements for it on TNT and TBS because the movie's in a weird spot because it's got WWE and AEW wrestlers. So yeah, um,
It also got movies on TNT like Black Adam.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's just wild. Like, what shouldn't you want your talent to venture off and be big, be as big? That's more money for you. You got the last. I think the last person that got bigger, that got that big, was The Rock, right? Or
Yeah,
John's. It
The
was
Rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
Man. He's still planning on coming back next year, right?
I don't think Rock's coming back for another 2 years.
Mm-mm-mm.
That means we're getting another late night Hall of Fame. Yeah, I'm not watching that. No, thank you.
Dude, I don't know how he scammed this, but we're gonna get WrestleMania in Vegas 2 years in a row.
They have the most money, B.
Shoot, man.
They gotta
Hey,
dig
man.
themselves out that debt.
Yeah, just like Spaceballs, search for more money.
Oh man. Yo, when you showed me that shit, I ain't gonna lie, my eyes watered a little bit. I'm like, yo, because Spaceballs was my shit. May the Schwartz be with ya. Oh man. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Mel Brooks? Yo, Shouts go, yo, that's what you call the OG of comedy. Shouts go out to Mel Brooks. For real, for real. This motherfucker been making people laugh for 98 years. Pack it up, B. Like, ain't nobody fucking with Mel Brooks, B. When it comes to the parodies, they got that shit from Mel Brooks. The satire and the parodies. All y'all motherfuckers that be doing that satirical shit and parodies, that's the godfather right there, Mel Brooks.
Right.
Congrats to Florida Panthers winning the Stanley Cup.
Over Edmonton.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't get to say this, but my I got my throwback match. I wanted to post it in the chat, but the match is not loaded up on YouTube. Since we talked about Chris Benoit, it's actually a Benoit match. Benoit versus Kurt Angle, Royal Rumble in 03. To me, I think that match, it was for the WWE title. Kurt was the champion. I feel like that is one of the most underrated championship matches. That match, to me, established Benoit as a future world champion.
Is that the one where he got a standing ovation at the end?
Yeah.
Benoit Christopher, you mean?
Yeah. That was in 2003, the Royal Rumble. So,
Fun fact about Marky D did a video for the Alpha Male.
Yeah, well,
oh, Monty Brown,
Yeah,
man.
he
The
did a
man.
Monty Brown video.
Yeah,
he did a Monty Brown video. His second to last opponent was Benoit.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. On the old ECW, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mountie actually had a pretty low key. He had a pretty low key impressive collection of guys. He faced RVD. He faced Punk. He faced Lashley, Sandman, Sabu,
Revelation,
Benoit.
Yeah.
He faced a lot of heavy hitters in a really short amount of time too, and he held his own.
So, and that was Monty Brown, bro, the man that could have been.
That's what he was saying too. He was saying the same thing, like the man that could have been. It's just
he really could have been. He was one of the most over guys on TNA, man. He could have been Jesus, man. Fuck you, Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, yes. We all blame Jeff Jarrett. Yes.
God, now you see why I don't like this man. Fuck you, Jarrett. How the hell you have a feud with this man for the world title? You don't put him over, but say, hey, Monty, you want to be in an alliance with me? I'll team up with me. We'll be a faction. You'll be over. But fuck you.
He didn't need a faction.
Right, and it's like at least go for the tag team belts. They didn't even at least do that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Some people just don't need a faction because that was where WWE and TNA fucked up. Because in TNA they put him in Planet Jarrett. In ECW they put him in the New Breed. Like he didn't need a faction. He was just fine on his own.
Yo, Tyler Durden, I ain't gonna lie. I spoke about Fight Club the other day. What's going on, Tyler Durden? Appreciate you for pulling up. 05 Batista, he walked alone.
Oh man, I loved his entrance music so much.
I walk for miles inside this
machine gun
danger.
I like the machine gun thing he did.
Right.
It
was awesome.
Me, I walk alone.
Yeah, to me, they need to start building guys almost similar like Batista. Not all of them, but certain ones should have been.
Like I always said before, like I never cared about Batista as a wrestler, but Batista, like the human being, like really cool dude, straight shooter, always just tells you how he feels, doesn't lie about anything. Really cool dude. And I did like the Triple H story because the story started over a bet where Triple H was like, I bet I can beat my guy faster than I beat your guy. And I just thought, man, that's a relatable story because every guy at some point is hanging out with their homie, maybe a sports video game. Like, I bet you this will happen, And Batista, he stood up the trip. He was like, hey, I beat my guy faster than you beat your guy. I want my money. like what a realistic feud. And it turned into like a story. So
I remember after all that shit, and remember we had Batista pulled up to SmackDown for the first time with the championship.
Yeah,
the crowd lost their mind because remember they had a fatal 4-way, and JBL had won the fatal 4-way for the new SmackDown championship. But Teddy Long was like, "Yo, there's no need for a new belt because we got a new person traded to SmackDown, and they hit the music, and this dude did the machine gun, boom, you know, all the extra shit.
Yeah.
That was when they took the draft seriously. When John Cena got drafted
To Raw, yeah.
as the WWE champion, and people like lost their minds because they actually took the draft like seriously back then. Like,
Jericho looked like he came on himself when Cena showed up. I'm like, all right, Jericho, relax. Oh my god!
I mean, he had to sell it. So hey,
because remember he showed up during the highlight reel.
right?
I saw people were asking questions on social media the other day. Like, is the brand dead? Like, it's been dead, bro. Like fucking Seth and Cody on SmackDown, LA Knight showing up on every show. Like, there's no draft. Like, it's been dead.
Motto, what's going on, my guy?
Exactly. Like this draft ain't been serious since the early 2000s.
And that really fucking sucks, man. Because just imagine the draft now if they'd have took it serious. Because you know they acquired AAA or whatever. Like, what if they would have really took the shit serious and be like, you know what? We're gonna do a new draft now when it comes to SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and AAA. Wherever y'all go after this draft, y'all stay in there. Period. Until we say so. No cross branded nothing until it's necessary.
If they actually took it seriously, then they would actually be in somewhat of a better state. Because the only ones that should really stay the same are the guys that are the champions.
I agree.
The only ones that should stay where they're at are the champions, unless that's absolutely necessary. Unless you're switching the mid-card titles, then that's really it. Like if you're like that's one of the things I was very happy with the drafts. Like if you were a champion, you didn't go anywhere unless it was absolutely needed. Like we just said, John Cena and Batista, that was needed.
Right.
Just the way they do drafts now. Anytime they announce a draft, I know for sure not to watch that episode. If you want to waste 3 hours of your life, you won't ever get back, watch a draft episode. This shit is so fucking pointless now.
I was there for that fucker.
I felt bad for you. Like,
yeah, I was there. It was last year's draft. I was there for that shit. Oh, yo, man. My lady, she almost fell asleep. No cap.
And I've always said before, like, that's what's frustrating about it is like they have the potential to take it seriously. Like if I was in charge and they did a draft, I would do it just like the NBA does it, just like the NFL does it. Get the whole roster, rent out a building, go to WWE headquarters, use it for once. That's a really big building. I would get the Raw roster, get the SmackDown roster, get them all in their suits and stuff, and just one by one have different GMs draft one person to one show, and then after they get drafted, interview them, ask them, hey, how do you feel about it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Have their stats and stuff like that. Treat it seriously. And then if you want to call up an NXT person, make it a surprise to get a genuine reaction. Like it's so easy. Make it. I wouldn't even make it a show on TV. It would be like a Peacock exclusive, so you could have like all the time you want. Like treat it seriously, but they don't want to do that.
I like how they did it. Yeah, you know how they should have did it? They should have did the draft. They should do the draft like they did in 2005. Like, remember when they never just announced the draft, they would just show up as a surprise?
Yeah, right.
They should do it like that. Like, I enjoyed it like that. Like when they had John Cena and Kurt Angle show up. You are so disappointed.
Oh,
yes. That's disappointment right there.
That shit must have been brutal. Oh man.
That's what we was there for that shit.
Jesus, man. Y'all look so disappointed.
It's just pointless now.
That ass though. That shit was what 2000. That's 2024. Was it?
Right.
Yeah. It was last year.
It was last year.
it's crazy because most of the people that got drafted are not even there anymore.
Yeah.
And then
That's
when
the
they used to do the drafts, like nobody was safe. They drafted everybody. It wasn't just wrestlers. It was commentators, referees, backstage interviewers, and stuff like that. It really felt like nobody was safe. It gave like a feeling of unpredictability. Now when they do the draft, it's just wrestlers, and it's just like they're just being drafted to the same show they were already on. It's mostly pointless.
They don't
Um,
even draft individually.
Right.
They draft whole entire factions.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That was what made the first one so good because they broke up so many tag teams and so many factions. They really changed it up. They're afraid to change stuff up now, And then, of course, if there's any wrestlers dating in real life, they're going to be on the same show because they're just going to. So if Bianca Belair is going to be
Well,
drafted to Raw, then the
Which
when
Street
is
it comes to
Profits are going to
that,
go to
I'm not
Raw.
gonna lie.
which
When it
is
comes to
which
that,
is fine to me,
yeah, I'm not
honestly.
mad at that because it does boost morale. You want to be with your loved ones, because they're on the road all the damn time. You want to be with somebody that you love, that you could build with, whatever the case may be. That's I don't mind that at all.
Right. Like that don't bother me. That aspect doesn't bother me at all. But everything else, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the best rules they ever did. Like, yeah, Ballet said definitely the married couples. Yeah, because they lonely as fuck on the road. Like, granted, you could be in a tag team with a complete stranger, tag team champions and all that shit, but that's still a stranger. You want to be on the road with your loved ones, and y'all could chill or whatever the case may be, make you feel a little more at home. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your lady could buff you, meeting you. Let me stop.
Oh my god. Uh,
Biggie worried about. Oh, Biggie wanted to be in Goldbum's last match, but that will never happen. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, thank you.
that
Yes.
might be that might
Oh
have been
God, thank you.
that might have been the best thing that could happen to Big E, honestly.
Right. Yes. The wrestling gods are real.
Shit, man.
Mm-mm-mm.
Man, oh man. Now Big E's living his best life as a commentator. And he's married to Mi Chin's sister, so
Yeah, yeah. Congrats. But that's what I'm saying. They ain't capitalizing. They should have had New Day come through and hated on the wedding, and they just. I'm not
they
gonna
didn't
lie. I think one of these motherfuckers told them, like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to. I don't want to go through with this angle. I
It
would not
seems
be surprised if one of them told them they didn't want to
the
go through with the angle anymore.
the sad part is Xavier's like he's doing some shit to try to salvage it on social media, and like they're barely getting any acknowledgement for it on TV.
Because
Like,
it's not on
like,
TV.
like fucking Xavier was dressed up like Dave Chappelle from
Yeah, it was
the
named
Hate
Slick.
Gang.
It was named Pimp Slick Johnson, some shit
Right,
like
right.
that.
Like that's really
yeah.
clever. Yeah, yeah. Or that clip that John posted after Jay lost, where Kofi and Xavier were just talking shit, and Kofi's like, "At least I was champ for 6 months." Like that's really funny, but it was on social media. It wasn't like on the actual show. So
Yeah,
like you can see Kofi and Xavier like they're trying to do what they can to make it work, but it's all relegated to social media. It's not on television. So it's like, what are we doing, man? Like, I'm basically normally I would never say give the wrestlers creative, like give them the keys, but I really do think just give Kofi and Xavier the keys because when they're doing shit, they seem to know what they're doing, but when they give it to the booking team, it's like fucking DOA. No one cares.
I really think one of them said they didn't want to do the Biggie angle no more. I won't be surprised if one of them said, "Let's not do this angle no more."
There's pretty much no. I'm pretty sure that by now, I don't even think Big E's going to wrestle again at this point. So it was real. There really
Nah.
wouldn't have been a point. So
Well,
there hasn't really been much of an update regarding that. So
yeah. I guess yeah. I guess I was gonna be the end game, but I was figuring maybe it could have went somewhere else. Maybe Biggie just doing one finisher on both of them. That's the end of the story. Like he catch him with the what's it, the big ending? You don't
Yeah,
think he got one big ending left in him? You know, it suits the story, the big ending. Just catch him
yeah,
on one.
yeah. Well, you would think, but I don't even know if Big E's click can even take a bump. I mean, he hasn't been. There hasn't been any videos of him even being in the ring.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Where Rich
I think
Holland at? Where Rich Holland at? Oh fuck.
that's another thing. I don't know. I don't know where he is. I think he might have got released too silently that we
Yeah,
don't know about
solidly.
because he hasn't been on any TV. Like I haven't heard shit from him.
And here's the thing: I'm not saying he did that on purpose, but I'm just saying that ever since then, he wasn't getting any better, and they kept trying to, just kept trying with him instead of taking him off TV and putting him in like somewhere training in the PC. That's one thing I don't understand when it comes to Rich Holland.
I know they moved him back to NXT for a bit, but he hasn't been on TV for a while. Like I don't know where he is. I don't know if they released him or if he's injured, and I don't know what the story is.
Because then he injured somebody else too.
Um, Not recently, but
Chad, did this dude Rich Holland injure somebody else? I could have swore he injured more than somebody else other than Big E.
I know he injured Big E. I know he almost injured Gargano one time, but that was about. I think that was it.
Big E doesn't want to come back. I think he's a biscuit. Yeah,
I
I
was
wonder.
always afraid. I was always scared for Big E. I would always say every time he did that spear through the ropes, it gave me a heart attack every time because he would land straight
Yeah,
on his head or on his shoulder, and I would always say,
all
"Man,
the time,
please stop doing
Yeah,
that." So even
every
before the
single
Rich
fucking
Holland
time.
thing,
yeah. I don't think he's. Yeah, if by some miracle he does come back, that's definitely going to be a move he gets rid of.
Let's get up out of here though, because we're gonna pull up again on Wednesday. Y'all gonna be free.
Probably. Yeah.
I'll try to find some time.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? It's AEW, B.
Yeah, I mean,
He's not on AEW yet.
I know. I just felt the need to say it.
No. I said yeah, just playing around.
Man, but
That motherfucker ain't never leaving WWE.
man, I told you, Jake. I told you the minute Jacob just needed a bigger stage, and look at him now.
Well, we ain't telling me that. I've been knew that. I've been watching this motherfucker since Contra.
And same, I love this dude, man. Jacob is that dude, man.
Shit. Fucking I've been watching a little bit of MLW as of late. These dudes had a cage match. Who was it? It was what's my dude? Alice Kane, his stable against these dudes, the workhorsemen. You
Yeah,
know about the workhorsemen?
yeah.
Hmm.
That I ain't gonna lie, that match was low key all right. This dude Alice Kane was suplexing everybody. He even suplexed the referee.
And Alex Kane. I mean, if anything, if Alex Kane ever came to WWE, he could literally be the next Big E. They both look similar in so many ways.
Yeah. Fucking this dude, what's my dude name again? Paul London. He was dressed like Elvis. I don't know what he got going on with that. Paul London was on the Alice Kane scene.
Yeah,
Yeah, B, but I've been on watching wrestling here and there. Other than WWE and TNA and shit. I'm trying to see I'm trying to see a promotion out here that's independent. Shit, who knows? I might have some shit popping up over there. Let me see what's going on in the chat real quick. Ballet was goody. She says she haven't seen Rich Holland on NXT lately. Probably on the dark matches. Rich Holland's still on that NXT problem. What? Rich Holland's still on NXT.
Probably dark matches.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Jacob brought out shirts with "I hate you, Solo." I hate you, Solo.
Yeah.
But yeah, B. Gonna pull up tomorrow for motherfucking Grand Slam in Mexico.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all for pulling up, buddies. Oh man, a little tired. Definitely about to call in tonight. Hit that thumbs up on y'all way out. See y'all tomorrow.
Well, the first thing you gotta realize, brother, is this right here is the future of wrestling. You can call this the new world order of wrestling, brother.
What's good, brother? Hollywood's famous groupie said my party is amazing. So drunk, pissing in the face basin. Every bitch in the party's not basic. NWO on those hoes. They want a good time or something in their nose. These foes we chose catching elbows. The wolf pack stay connected like Velcro. Strikes and blows, got your blood exposed. Take a shot of propane, turn beast mode. Weapons in the cabinet, stay immaculate. Bulldoze challenges, cause I'm not having it. Brother, for the obstacle, pop you with arsenal. Turn you to particles, rated in the article. Rockstar lit, poor licks on tips. Equipped with hits, leg drop this bitch. Brother, silverback a rap or call me Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Silverback of rap or Hollywood. Brother, throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Army strikes with gorillas that snipe. Catch you in the windpipe with a spike leg pipe. Big boot hit tooth, here comes the finish. Win then celebrate with your bitches. They love that I'm manly. Melt those panties and these pansies. Ripped and stampedes. Caught in the tug of war with the God of war. Crack both kneecaps with the figure four. Then we'll jump you. What you're gonna do? Body slam giants, cause I'm immortal. $1 million parties, cause I'll fall to. Private jets, because I love the best. Slaughter the sergeant with no sweat. Got a match coming up, place your best. Global grind, I takes no rest. I'ma be Hollywood till my death, brother. Silverback a rap or call me Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Silverback of rap or Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. That nigga turn it up. Nobody in here have an empty cup. Better run and escape and go pray.